everyone, and welcome back to another week here in the Weekend League. We are in, well, this is technically round 3 and 4, as we have 2 races back to back here on the Weekend League, and both of them will be in the Spanish track, the Circuit de Barcelona. And yeah, I am joined once again by...
Hello everyone, my name is David and I'm from Denmark, and I will be the co-commentator for tonight's race. I was in round 1 and 2 also, so yeah, I'm looking forward to round 3 or 4.
Been a big crash of a slow car, but it's all fine, it's all good. And yeah, I just want to say that thank you to everyone who was subscribed to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. We have just hit 900 subs, so thank you to everyone who was subscribed, and we're getting ever so closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you haven't already subscribed, go and subscribe over there. And also, if you have a Twitch Prime, make sure you go and sub over here on the Twitch channel as well. Be highly appreciated. And yeah, we're going to get ourselves underway.
Yeah, what happened between the two cars?
There was a Mercedes running slow on the edge of the track, and what it did is it forced a Renault to go into the back of him.
Okay, I didn't see it, so...
Yeah, but no, we're all good there. So, yeah, quite a few drivers out on laps. So remember, Jutsi actually won the... if I can find yet... Oh, no, sorry, Jetsi, sorry, actually won the first race in... he won the first race in Australia, sorry. And X90 got second in that race, and then X90 actually got first, in the second race. So he is looking like a very, very strong driver in this league so far.
Yeah, maybe X90G could
he lost it at the top of the hill. The high-speed right-hander, you don't want to be going too fast for it, otherwise you will lose it. And X90, he literally just lost it on the exit, and he's gone straight into the wall, and he's got bad wing damages. We start to see a few times coming in, but sorry to interrupt you there.
No problem. I was about to say that maybe X90G could win the Weekend League title.
Definitely is one of the... It's
one of the contenders to win the title.
Definitely, it's still a long way. It's still a long way away at the moment, but yeah, he could be one of those competitors to try and win the title. He is in contention at the moment, having that such a good start to the season, and we'll have to see if anybody else can challenge him. We know Absolute 11 and Jutsi seem to have some good pace. Dan Schneider as well seems to have some very good pace as well. So yeah, we'll have to see who is going to come out on top here. But yeah, big milestone hit today. I'm quite proud of that, actually, that we managed to hit that milestone, because it's been going for a long time, Gavra Racing, and to hit that is very well done. So yeah, thank you to everyone.
Yeah, and then Schneider in the second race, he started P17 or something like that. Then he finished P3.
Yeah, so he had a very good race there from Dan Schneider.
Jutsi with the fastest lap right now with a 1:18.4. He's 800 tenths quicker than Absolute 11. So maybe a contender for pole position. Jutsi.
Definitely, we'll have to see whether Jutsi can get up there. I remember last time here, David, that one-shot qualifying really didn't help quite a lot of the drivers out, as Jet Z. So we've got a Jet Z and a Jutsi, but Jet Z. Oh, the Mercedes got in his way. That could be a penalty. That was the Mercedes really getting in the way there of the McLaren and of Jetsi. And I was just about to say that Jetsi, that one-shot qualifying really didn't help him at all. As he qualified first, finished first, I believe, in the first race, and then in the second race he qualified all the way down in last. So that one-shot qualifying really didn't help him out at all.
No, and I think we're gonna see the same thing here with the one-shot qualifying. Completely different to the short qualifying. But But yeah, very exciting race ahead of us today. It's a track where overtaking opportunities is hard, but definitely in turn 1 and turn 10 we'll see a lot of overtakes. Maybe
Definitely.
if you're optimistic into the chicane of turn 14 and turn
Oh,
15,
yeah,
the
let's have
last
a look
chicane.
at Doku actually here. Doku beyond! I was just about to say that he was put in the fastest sector 2 and he lost it and got straight into the gravel, and that's really unlucky because I was just about to say he put in the fastest middle sector here.
Yeah, where did he lost it? I didn't see it. Maybe the curb in turn 12. I didn't quite see it.
Yeah, he
But that,
just lost it down there. And yeah, this track hasn't been the most this track isn't one of those tracks where you're going to see a lot of overtakes. In terms of how this track is, the main DRS straight really helps because a lot of drivers struggle with a lot of dirty air on this track, and if you're coming out that final corner, you get really stuck in some bad dirty air. And someone's lost it again. It's X90 on the same corner again. He's lost it, and already showing having a few issues with this track.
yeah. But is it the second time he lost it there? That's
Yeah, that's the second time he's lost it in the same corner.
oh. But he still has maybe two attempts to set a lap. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's very important to get a good exit of turn 16, the last corner, onto
yeah, he just
to the
keeps
main
on
DRS straight.
he just keeps on losing it down in turn 9, and yeah, turn 9 really causing a few problems for X90G as he's trying to find a bit of pace. He puts in a 32.0, but obviously we know that that's not going to be his fastest time, as he really is struggling a little bit here. As we've got Dan Schneider on a lap as well, and he's shown some brilliant pace over the past weeks, coming into Gavra Racing quite recently as well, and showing us that
Then
he
Schneider with
has
the
got the
fastest
pace.
sector.
Fastest first sector. So as I was saying, he's been showing a lot of pace here, Dan Schneider, and yeah, he's coming to Gavra Racing quite recently, and hopefully we'll be able to see more from him. As a Racing Point lost it again, and it's X90 once again losing it, and it's
He has
down
no grip.
this time. This time it's before turn 9.
Yeah, he seems like he have no grip at all on these soft tires. Maybe he need to maybe try to go medium soft in the race, and or maybe he's driving out to retire the car. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to see what happens as the Jetsy's out on a lap as well. Last week's first race winner is coming out on a lap, so the two McLarens haven't put in a lap time yet. They're both quite close to each other on the track, so you have to see whether they can put in.
Ooh, Jetsy almost lost it.
Jetsy almost lost it here. There's quite a few drivers out on the track at the moment. I believe there's an Alfa Romeo off at turn 9. It's Bequaz boy. He's starting to show a bit more pace now, and recently, and he had a good comeback in the preseason race. Not as good out in Austria as he was in the preseason race, but hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more from him. His next daddy into the pits, and I believe he has some damage to come in and repair.
Yeah, backwards boy finished
Oh,
P13.
sorry, and I completely missed the fact that Dan Schneider just put in a 1:18.5 and went second there. But Jetsy, his teammate, still hasn't put in a lap time, but put in the fastest middle sector. So keep an eye on Jetsy here, David, as he's flying at the moment. Let's see if he can get a fast sector through sector 3 as he comes
I think he
down
lost
now.
it in. I think he lost it in turn 2 or something like that. The right-hander.
Oh, potentially, yeah. May have scuppered his time. Let's have a look as he comes down to the line. Oh, 1:18.9, so maybe he could have improved a little bit, as he said, in the first sector, but he gets the fastest middle sector and the fastest last sector.
And Absolute 11 and Dan Schneider said exactly the same time in 1:18.5, 34.
Definitely, yes, and Yeah, absolute, yeah, 189.5 for absolute 11. So he is up there in second place at the moment. Have to see if any of these other drivers can put in a lap time. Exali still needs to put in a lap time. Cardoso, I mean, he's putting a lap time, but it's way, way off the pace. Cardoso as well, another driver that needs to put in a lap here. Someone's off in sector 2.
I think it was Escoboy.
Yeah, I believe it was the Renault of Escoboy, sorry.
Maybe he got a bad exit of turn 5, and then gone in the gravel. Another good lap from Escoboy.
Definitely, and Escoboy is. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, he's not on a great lap here. Next time he's still in the pits, so keep an eye on him here. As he needs to hurry up here if he wants to put in a good lap time in case he makes a mistake again. As Albagu here, Albagu Breath as we were calling him, is coming round now on his flying lap. So a little bit of a breathing out, David, as it looks like we had quite a lot of cars out on track just then, but now it seemed to calm down a little bit towards the end of the session.
Yeah, but I think in just maybe 2 or 3 minutes we're gonna see many cars on the track, because the track gets more grip as we progress through the session. So we're gonna see many cars out on track in about... Oh, yellow flag. Oh, it's a Red Bull off in sector 1.
Red Bull. It's Doku. It's Doku is off in sector 1. So fortunately for him, I believe he was. Yeah, it looks like he was on a flying lap. So he's gonna have to just come round back to the pits and yeah, just.
Oh, he lost it again.
Oh no, he's lost it again, and he's got bad wing damage. Bad wing damage there. But hello to everyone in the chat here, and yes, people making a mockery of the fact that I say the word interesting quite a lot, but it is always interesting.
I love Pierre 1999. His
Yes, yeah. Well, you know what, we should make it, John. If we ever get Gavra Racing merchandise, yeah, we will have a one. We'll have a merchandise that says it's going to be interesting on it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
100%.
Well, I mean, I don't. Thank you, I guess.
But yeah, I think the Red Bull hit the exit curve of turn 2, and then he got the very hot rear tires.
X-Natty's still in the pits. He hasn't come out yet. Interesting from him. Oh, someone's up in sector 2. It's a Alfa Romeo, I believe, of someone.
Yeah, backwards boy.
Yeah, it's the Quaz boys. Oh, he's almost lost it again.
Maybe he hit the curb again, like X90G.
So,
I don't know.
Not sure what's happening with X90. He still hasn't come out of the pits yet, which is interesting. Cardoso as well hasn't put in a time yet as well. They're going to want to hurry up and get out now, otherwise they will not be able to put in a time. As Dan Schneider, sorry, has just gone pole at 118.2, so he at the moment is leading the qualifying session. Is going to go down onto a cool down lap as the Toro Rosso's coming to the back of him. But what is happening here with X-Zaddy is he has not come out of the pits yet.
He needs to come out now.
Well, he needs to come out now, otherwise he will not get a time in. Cardoso hasn't come out either.
Maybe he doesn't have any soft lift.
Oh, X-Zaddy has come out now, so he is out on the lap. He's going to have to make this lap a little bit speedy, otherwise he's not going to be able to get a lap time in. And Cardoso has not even come out the pits yet. And he's going to have to hurry up, because if he doesn't come out the pits in, well, probably about now, oh, then he won't make it. So I don't think he's going to make it around the track now. Unless the timings are a bit different. Sometimes the timings, David, are a bit off between us and the actual drivers on the grid. So
Yeah, but it doesn't look like that Cardoso is coming out of the pits.
apparently Cardoso disconnected.
Oh.
I did not see that, so thank you, Gavra.
I still had the chat to help us.
So yeah, apparently Cardoso did connect. There's someone off in sector 2 and 3. I think it was Vinja, possibly, in the Williams. Someone's off in sector 3. I think it's the racing point of someone. Of X-Natty.
I just think they're slowing down.
Yeah, I believe it's...
common traffic.
Yeah, I believe it's Natty maybe slowing down, let some fast traffic by. But he's going to go out on a lap now, so let's keep an eye on him. The current championship leader, let's have a look and see what time he's going to put in here. He's going to be starting his lap here in the Circuit de Barcelona, as he come down now towards turn 1. And now here he comes down into turn 1. They'll be up the gears through turn 2. It'll be even going up more up the gears. He's going to power around this corner as he's going to now come up towards turn 4. Turn 4, the Repsol corner, as they're calling it. Repsol's actually a Spanish...
Oh, there's a McLaren off.
Oh, McLaren off.
It's Yetzi.
Yetzi. As Repsol's actually a Spanish fuel company, if you didn't know. As it's now you'll come around here, turn 7 and 8. As that not many of these corners have actual names to them. They're just corner names, but I don't even know how you can. I don't even know how you're gonna say this corner name, so I'm gonna ignore it and just call it turn 10. As he's put in the fastest middle sector. There's traffic. He's got traffic though. There's a. Oh no, the traffic has moved out the way. It was further than I expected. Is he's going to come down now into the final chicane, turns 14 and 15. He's going to have to power out. Be careful on the power too much over that curb as he comes around the final corner. And down around 16, he's going to cross the line. He goes second behind Dan Schneider. But he gets ahead of Jutsi. That was very close at the end there. But next, then he an 18.4. And Jutsi beats him by a 10th and an 18.3. And Gregster beats him by an 18.4.
And the Alfa Romeo got taken out in the...
An Alfa Romeo got taken out?
Yeah,
but Quaz boy?
Yeah, I think. I think got taken out by the Ferrari.
Potentially there. I'm sure though, if something happened there, they will put in a claim if needs be, or the drivers are able to do that, and the stewards team will look at it as followed. But yeah, I thought X-Danny went fastest in the middle sector there, but didn't manage to pull it out in the back. It's actually 2 drivers went faster than him in the final seconds. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. In studio saying, Gavra, you create the league in the F1 Fantasy. By F1 Fantasy, I'm not sure what you mean. Are you on about the My Team? It's Julio, you on about the My Team? Or I'm not sure what you're on about there. Unless there's something I don't know about.
I don't know what he means.
I'm not sure. Julio, if you could explain in the chat exactly what you mean, then yeah.
But Dan Schneider on pole. So
yeah, Dan Schneider on pole at the moment, followed by Jutsi in second, then Gregster in third, X-Natty in fourth, Absolute 11 in fifth, Jetsi in second, Jut 7, Bequaz Boy in 8th, Matt Prince in 9th, Edmund in 10th, Ace Sabo in 11th, Al Bagu Breath in 12th, Esky Boy in 13th, Doku in 14th. Yeah, oh yes, Esky Boy does have a 10th place grid penalty, so he will start from the back of the grid. Clint Chief in 15th, Hazard in 16th, 17th for Cardoso, who actually lagged out there. It's like fantasy football. Wait, hang on, whoa, Natty, you're gonna have to. But is this the My Team you're talking about here? Apparently, Ferrari got in the way of the Alpha. You pick a team with a budget. Wait, well, hang on.
I think he means like.
Oh, is it
oh,
like?
It's raining.
Oh, it is raining. Oh, now this could get interesting as it is raining. And, this could be very good here. Albert. On here, oh, okay, Albert. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, Albert, in the chat. Pick a team. Xanny, if I know you're about to raise in a second, but are you talking, or it's Julia? Is it like a FIFA like manager career?
I think what he means is like you have to choose.
No, not a man. Is it like FIFA? Is it like FIFA manager mode?
I think it means like you have to choose.
No, I don't know then. I haven't heard about this. No, but the My Team is where you make your own team. I'm just very confused as we are underway for a wet formation lap, and it's going to be a wet race. And I'm going to use the word interesting because it is going to be very, very interesting. This race to see what happens. And someone said rain is pure racing, and I mean you could say that if you. I mean, depends on how you look at it, but but here, David, it's this could favour some drivers and hinder others in this race.
Yeah, but will this rain? We don't know if the rain will last the whole race. Maybe it will get intermediate race.
I mean,
intermediate weather. Or,
I mean, it looks like at the moment. I mean, the Spanish isn't wildly very known for. This is practically Brazil 2016, but or if you run about Brazil 2008 as well. When Lewis Hamilton won the championship. But anyway, the rain. It doesn't look like the rain's going to disappear because remember we only have 17 laps, and if you think about this here. David, one, we're going to have no pit stops, and two, they're on full wets. So that just shows how serious this rain is, because, Jetsy almost losing it, but it shows how serious the rain is when you're driving on full wets. And Piero says, I love the rain. When I'm spectating, but hey, when I'm driving, I can agree. The rain does look very, very nice when spectating, as the big rain clouds coming off the back of the clouds, or the spray, as you'd call it, coming off the back of the cars. And someone's predicting a safety car for the first lap, but we will find out what will happen here as. Just waiting for everyone to line up, David, and it's going to start. But are you excited for this one? Because I know I am.
Yeah, we saw last time how the race went. We'll have a safety car race, so maybe we could. I know it's raining, and we have 17 people in. So hopefully we will have a safety car again.
Definitely is. The lights are going to be counting down here. Oh, we've had that awkward pause again, where the lights aren't shown on my screen. And it's lights out, and away we go. Oh, and it's off to a good start for quite a lot of the drivers, actually. I thought there would have been a lot of wheel spin here, as the Mercedes is going wheel to wheel with the McLaren into the first corner. It's going to be a touch, and the Mercedes takes the lead at the moment, and then the McLaren of Jetsy getting round. It's the Sabo overtaking Doku at the back, and there's a bit of a collision. There's someone off at the back. It's Edmir, and I believe it, and Doku off the back as well, and Esky Boy round as well. So there's been big spins at the back from a few of the drivers here, but up front, Dan Schneider's had a poor start, and it's allowed Jutsi to get in front here in the Mercedes at the moment. Then followed by Dan Schneider. Then there's contact, and the Alfa Romeo's gone for a big dive. And a big dive from the Alfa Romeo, and it's been a poor start from Xanny. He's all the way down in 7th here. He's going to look down the inside of the Williams, and now the Toro Rosso is going to look around the outside of him. And very close there between both of the drivers as it's already action at the start, but surprisingly no safety car. And I was just about to say that, but Jetsy is Albino taken, and this is is Jetsy's going to look down the inside of the racing point of X-Natty. X-Natty's going to have to look for a gap as they go wheel to wheel into this section. X-Natty's going to have the inside line. Who's going to get it? Who's going to come out on top? And it's X-Natty who gets the pass done. X-Natty getting the pass done over Jetsy, and he moves back up into 6th place. But we've already had a bit of carnage at the start here. Drivers moving about the positions all over the place, and it's Jetsy who's come out on top. And then it is Dan Schneider, then Gregster, then Boy, then Absolute, then X-Natty, then Jetsy, then Matt Prince, then Vinture, and then Ace to Sabo. And that is your top 10 as someone's looking for a move. I believe it's Matt Prince on Jetsy, and give me a good camera. It's Jetsy runs wide, and he's cut the corner a little bit there, and that's going to be a time penalty potentially for him. I'm not too sure there, as he should have maybe given a little bit of a position back there as Haz is into the pits for damage. And we got a lot of cars really bunched up here at the start.
Yeah, Jutikev get with a really great start. The two winners from the first 2 rounds, Jetsy and X90G, is really great to see that they're having a little bit of fight, and then a lot of fights on the first lap. It's great to see, but no safety car.
No safety car at the moment as the Red Bull.
Surprise.
Yeah, definitely the Red Bull ran a little bit wide there. And it's allowed a bit of a gap to open up, a nice even gap between all of the drivers. But a bit of a poor start here from X-Nanny, going from 4th to 6th here. But a brilliant start by Jutsi. Went down the inside of Dan Schneider into the first corner. And I wish we could have got a bit of a replay of the start. But apparently we will maybe receiving a replay feature for F1. F1 2020, the next F1 game, a possible online replay feature. I know they have that in GT Sport, which I'm very jealous of, as X-Addy would know, as he actually commentates over there. But it looks like an Alpha might be going for a move on the Red Bull potentially here. Now you see there's the bit of that dirty air coming into play, and it's going to be very difficult here, David, for these drivers to overtake, as especially here as these drivers having a bit of issue with the wet, and also a lot of dirty air receiving on this track, which means the slipstream is their only chance of overtaking, as the Red Bull almost loses it. The only chance of overtaking, and yeah, it's already made it difficult for most of these drivers. As the Alpha looking for the inside, and he almost went for it, and managed to back out in the end of the Red Bull driver. But the Alfa Romeo of Boy really getting close here behind Gregston. There's a little bit of a pile-up happening here between the drivers.
Yeah, and Jutikev just has some great speed right now. As X90G attacks Absolute 11, they're side by side into the hairpin.
There's Ace to Sabo, and I think Jetsy, did Jetsy spin off? I think Jetsy spun off. I was too busy looking at the comments, but I mean Jetsy spun off. As I believe I was too busy reading it's Julia. I was thinking, so it's Julia. Is it like Premier League Fantasy, where you can basically make your own team and then you collect points over the amount of how well they do within a season? Is it like that? But instead of that, we make our own Gavra Racing team, and then the Gavra Racing team fight out against each other. I'm not sure. Oh, so it's official. Okay. No, I think I get you. I think I get you there. Thank you, it's Julio, for clarifying that up for us. As the big battle into turn 1. It's X-Daddy down the inside of Absolute 11. He's going to go for an outside line now to get the pass done. He does. He gets the pass done on Absolute 11, and Absolute 11's going to try and attack back now up into these corners.
Yeah, and X90G is finding some grip right now after the really poor start he had. But maybe he could do a Verstappen in 2016 Brazil. Come back from a low place grid and maybe finish on the podium. He is the championship leader, so he has to finish high. But
definitely, yeah. X-Sandy's going to need to finish maybe a little bit higher in this if he wants to extend his championship lead by a good amount here. Otherwise, he could be giving it away. Remember, there are 2 races, so we could get a dry race next. But we do not know as to whether it's on dynamics, so the game can give us whatever weather it wants. As X-Natty went a bit wide there. That's to allow the Williams to have a goal. But no, X-Natty slots back in front there, and already, as you can see, it's proving quite difficult to overtake on this track, and it already is difficult to overtake on it, and even in the wet, it's made it even more difficult for these drivers here. Oh, someone's off in sector 2.
It's a Mercedes.
I believe it was the Renault. It's the Renault. It's
Oh.
the Renault of Clensheath, who is having a few problems there at the back.
Still
But
no safety car.
but surprisingly, no safety car at the moment. I may have just big fat commentator's curse there. But was the Williams of Absolute 11 getting very close here behind Xnadi, and it's good to see two fast drivers going at it here.
Yeah, and X92 is catching up to Backwards Boy right now. And Gregstar is also close to Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder has no pace right now.
Definitely,
Yeah,
it's but look at
no grip.
Look at the gap that Jutsy's made here. 4.2 seconds ahead here as one of the Red Bulls runs wide, and the one at the Red Bulls got damage, but so does the Renault, and there's a bit of a battle going on at the back here between these two drivers. But if we go back up front here, Xnadi now attacking all over the back of Boy. So Xnadi was defending, now attacking. He's going to move to the... Oh, and he's getting so close behind him. There's a bit of contact between those two. I don't think there was any damage, as this could become a little bit of a battle here, as Dan Schneider's running a little bit slow, so it's allowed Gregster to go up behind him, and now Boy is going to get up behind him, and this is going to form a bit of a queue here for these drivers here, David, and this could get very interesting down these straights.
Backwards Boy caught the corner massively.
Ooh, that may be a bit of a warning or a penalty to Boy. As you can see here, David, I was talking about that dirty air, and it is really affecting all of these drivers in terms of their slipstream. And Xnadi, is he going to be able to make a move? No, he can't. And you can really see the issue that these hard drivers are having on the straights in terms of getting that slipstream.
Yeah, because they get dirtier on the exit, so it gets hard. It's hard for them to get slipstream on the straight.
Definitely.
But I think Dan Schneider and Gregster had a little bit of fight into the hairpin.
Yeah, I
while
think they did.
While Backwards Boy and Ignis made contact.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact between them, and yeah, this is really the gap between all these drivers tightening up. Is Xnadi getting so close behind Boy, looking for a place to overtake, and he might try it down into this corner. Will he try it down at turn 10? He won't have DRS. Remember, no DRS in the rain. He's going to go for a lunge round the outside. If he gets this pass done, it'll be a miracle for him. As always, he almost lost it on the exit, and that might allow the car of Absolute 11 behind to maybe gain a bit of a gap. And we've got someone off in sector 2. It's the Renault of Clensheath, and it's not looking great for the Renault team here at the moment. But back up to this battle up front between these drivers as Xnadi's got a good exit. Xnadi's got a really good exit here. He's going to go look for a move. He's going to go for an inside. Look, he just doesn't have the power on the straights. Look, and Boy here just getting away on the straights, and Xnadi just doesn't have the power. He's going to look for the outside, and oh, he's getting so close behind the Alfa Romeo driver, and Absolute 11 had to back off there because Xnadi trying to fight with Xnadi from in front there. It's Xnadi trying to find anyway. Kind of Gregster ran very, very wide there, and that gap has opened up quite a lot to Dan Schneider in front. Oh, and Xnadi round the outside. If he gets this pass done, it'll be amazing. There's a bit of contact. It's the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo drove across in front of him. There was
nothing you could do there, Xnadi.
Yeah, Xnadi was just driving along the racing line. The Alfa Romeo drove across in front of him, and that's cost Xnadi 2 positions. Then it's cost Boy 3 positions, and Xnadi went for a move around the outside. Boy just driving across onto the racing line, but Xnadi had the outside line. The drivers were wheel to wheel, and Boy drove in too early in front of Xnadi, and that's cost Xnadi some big time. Has he got wing damage at all? Is there
Don't think he
any
has.
wing damage, Texani? No wing damage as we can see visually. Maybe a little bit in terms of maybe he just got a bit of yellow wing damage. Or maybe just maybe a bit of a lighter green in terms of the wing damage, but nothing too serious for the Racing Point driver. And now his challenge now is to catch up to Matt Prince, Absolute 11 in front, and he's going to have to gain a 1.3 second gap down, then a 1.4 second gap down to the driver in front. Remember how hard overtaking is on this track, and Absolute 11 is now going to be trying to gain on Gregster. But if you'd probably agree here, David, Xanny had the line there, but Quazboy really should have stuck alongside him instead of trying to cut back onto the racing line there.
Yeah, back Quazboy needs to take the blame for that. That's 100% his fault.
And yeah, that caused both drivers to lose a lot of positions there. But Xanny, as you can see, gaining that gap down to the driver in front, Matt Prince here. Gap under a second, and Xanny's going to have to try and find his way around another driver of Matt Prince. As Jetsy into the pits, and he's had a pretty poor race so far here, David. As Clenchy's coming to the intermediates, which is interesting. As luckily, ghosting is on for lapped cars, so if any lapped cars can't get in the way of drivers coming round here. As this Absolute 11's right all over the back of Gregster at the moment. X-Natty's all over the back of Matt Prince.
Yeah, X-Natty G has really shown some pace after his bad start, but then he got taken out, sort of. What happened?
There was just a Renault wide. There was just a Renault, the back marker wide, but X-Natty now is going to try to put everything into he can into that car, put as much ERS as he can. He's on hot laps, so definitely trying to put in as much as he can into that Racing Point. Looking for a move, but he's just too far away for it. And he needs to get closer and get a good exit and hope that the Toro Rosso driver gets a bad exit here. As Jetsy having a bit of battle with Doku at the back and getting around him. But yeah, Xanny really going to have to try and find some pace, push that car to the limit here, and he's going to need to really push that Racing Point if he's going to want to make some form of a pass here. And Xanny's shown some brilliant pace, and Absolute 11 as well, another driver that needs to hope to maybe push the driver into a mistake in front of him to try and get the pass done here.
Absolute 11 almost lost it.
He almost lost it down there.
Yeah, I think it looked like on the onboard camera, but I don't know. It looked like on the onboard camera that he lost the back end. Absolute 11, who didn't finish the first race and finished P12 in the second race.
Showing some great pace here in this week. As you remember, he hit the curb on the exit, that high speed chicane out, and a bit of contact between the two cars. But yeah, there was hit the curb and unfortunately spun out and had to retire the car because of it. But he's going to be looking for a redemption drive here today. He's going to try and gain on Gregster in front here, and he's going to have to try and look for a form of overtake.
Now the Renault is off at the same
the Renault off again here. And yeah, and I did talk about everything that happened in the podcast, which hopefully should be on the Gavra Racing YouTube channel as soon as possible. But yeah, we will once that podcast is up, you can go and give that a listen. And I do have a talk about the weekend league, and we have a bit of discussion about what happened out in the first week out in Australia. But here at the moment we are in Spain, and got two battles going on here. As X-Daddy is all over the back of Matt Prince, and he's really looking for a move, and he's going to dive it. He's so close. Oh, and he forced it. I don't think there was any contact. Was there any contact there, or did Matt Prince just lose it?
I think he lost it.
Matt Prince losing it, and it allowed Xanny to get round. And yeah, Xanny now getting ahead of Matt Prince, and he's now going to have to try and gain a gap. That 2-second gap now he's got to gain down to Absolute 11 and Gregster in front. And I believe it looked like they made contact, but I don't believe they did, as Xanny car didn't look like it moved in any way. And I think Matt Prince was just forced into a mistake, it looked like.
Yeah, maybe Xanny G could, if Gregster and Absolute 11 is fighting, Xanny G will easily come up to then. So X90G is not out of the race, as you can see. He's another fastest lap. So he's showing some really fast laps right now.
Definitely, X90G showing some brilliant pace here as he is trying to gain that 1.8 second gap down with 6 laps remaining to the 2 battlers in front, Absolute 11 and Gregster. As Absolute 11's getting so close behind him, and oh, someone's off at front. Who is it? Oh, it's Hazza. It's just Hazza. It's just Hazza here, and surprisingly, somehow, even in a wet race, we've had no safety cars.
Yeah, that's a big surprise. I was almost 100% sure that we'll have a safety car, but there's still 7 laps to go, so
definitely
anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and thank you to all 30 of you watching and joining us here on the Twitch channel. If you do have Twitch Prime, please make sure you go pop a sub below to the Twitch channel. Also, if you haven't already, pop a subscribe to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. We just hit 900 subscribers today, a big milestone for Gavra Racing, so thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go and do that, please. We want to get to 1,000 subs as soon as possible, and yeah, that milestone we were aiming for to be the end of the year, but at the moment it's looking like it could be. It's Absolute 11's going to go down the inside, and I have to stop my own plug there, and Gregster just got a better exit, and I think Matt Prince may have got a bit of damage as he's coming into the pits.
Yeah, was it Gregster was in front of Absolute 11? Or what?
No, Absolute 11. Gregster had a little bit of a mistake on the exit of the chicane, forced Absolute 11 to go down the inside, and X-Daddy now looking all over the back of Absolute 11. He's going to go for an outside. Interesting line, but almost getting it there, as a few drivers are opting for the intermediates, which is interesting. Have the conditions become better around the track?
Yeah, I think maybe the track is still very red, but it looked like that the rain is starting to maybe drop off a bit.
Maybe the track is drying up a little bit.
Yeah, and X90G is right behind Absolute 11 right now.
Oh, look, cars, very well done to stabilize. He's going to look for an outside line again on Absolute 11. If he goes, going to go around the outside. Both drivers wheel to wheel through turn 10, and he get it up into 11 and 12, and no X-Daddy forced to go behind him through the final sector. And not much overtaking really happens through the final sector here on this track. It's quite a tight, twisty section, as we all know. And X-Daddy's going to come down now here and start this one back up, and he's going to have to try and get a good exit here as he's dropped back a little bit, and Absolute 11's now going to have slipstream on Gregster, but will it be enough to make an overtake? Will it be enough? He's going to look for an outside, potentially. No, he can't get the pass done as he's going to go down the inside, maybe for a switchback. And it's getting so close between these drivers here, and we're having a phenomenal race here as all of these drivers getting so close. Not many overtakes, but all the drivers getting so close to each other, and there's a bit of a battle going on between them as we're looking for a pass. Someone's going to make a pass here, as it could be Absolute 11 as he's going to go down the inside. He got the pass done. He got the pass done somehow on Gregster. What a pass there by Absolute 11. As Absolute 11, I was just about to pass it on to you, but Absolute 11 looked for an inside there, but carrying what you were going to say, sorry.
It's okay. I was about to say that a turn forward is very difficult, especially with the dirty air and maybe the track is.
Sorry, his X-Daddy was looking for a move and he almost lost the car. Is he going to go dive down the inside when he get the pass done? Oh, he was so close there to getting the pass done, X-Natties. He was trying to go for a move and got a reaction, but sorry to interrupt you again there, David, but we've got so much action going on between these 3 cars at the moment.
Yeah, big bell. And X90G is all over the place of Gregster. Gregster gets a bad exit there.
Greg's a bad exit, and that's going to allow X-Daddy to maybe get a good run down the straight. He's going to have to look for a move here into turn 1. Will he get the move done? Oh, it's going to be close. Is X90's going to try and look for a good run out of here, and Greg's just fallen back a little bit from Absolute 11. So Absolute 11 gaining away from this race, and X90's going to have to try and stick on the drier part of the track here, and you don't want to go too wide out of the racing line, otherwise you will hit the part of the track where there's a lot more standing water, and X90 really trying to look for a pass here on Gregster.
Yeah, Absolute 11 is he is currently driving away from Gregstar and X90G, so that's good for him.
X90G is showing a lot of pace, and all he needs to do is get around Gregster if he wants to try and catch up to Absolute 11 and try and get a podium, but he hasn't got many laps to do that, so he's going to have to enforce a move at some point. Oh, and he just did! It was a big late on the brakes, and I think he's going to have to give the position back, and he does. But you can see how hard the Racing Point driver is trying to get around this Red Bull here, and he's trying to do anything he can to make a pass, and he's going to go down the inside into the chicane. What a move that would be if he was able to do that. And he's going to have to get a good exit here, X90. We've got a brilliant camera here. Well done there, Codemasters. He's going to try and look for a move, and he's going to go maybe look for an inside line. He's just stuck in the dirtier part of the track where there's more standing water, and there's going to be... Oh, they've got to be careful here. X90's going to have an outside line into the first corner, wheel to wheel. It's going to be close. Oh, and Gregson comes out on top. Wow, what a battle we've got here.
Yeah, X90G wouldn't have pulled the move off if he was trying the outside of turn 3. There was so much water there, so that would have been impossible.
Oh, he's gone for a dive down the inside, and he got the pass done. What a pass! What a pass by X90G. And he moves himself up into 4th position, and now he's on a redemption drive to try and catch up to Absolute 11 in front. And what a pass down the inside of the Red Bull there of Gregster. And Gregster is going to be very annoyed there, but what a pass from X90. A late dive down the inside, and I don't think Gregster was expecting it.
No, I didn't either expect that, but it was a clean pass, and a very good one. That was maybe the overtake of the day so far.
This is new. Oh, this is awesome. Who put that in there? Oh wait, hang on, sorry a second. I've rated myself away from this. Give me a second.
Yeah, of course. And X90G is currently, he has been attacking Gregster all day, and now we have to defend. But he's trying to catch up to Absolute 11 and maybe get the podium done. If you come into the stream now, X90G got sort of taken up by Crash Boy. X90G was on the inside line, out on the exit of turn 4.
Oh, we have joint. So just found out that at the moment here, just found out that you can actually do polls on Twitch. So what Gavra has done for us is he's actually, I know I'm a little bit late, and everybody in the Twitch stream, you probably would have seen this beforehand, but there is a poll in the Twitch chat to vote for the driver of the day, and we have our results in, and it is a joint first here between Dan Schneider and Absolute 11 here for driver of the, what we're going to call it, maybe driver of the race, but joint first here for driver, yeah, it is driver of the race actually. Driver of the race has gone to a joint first between Dan Schneider and Absolute 11, both 40% of the votes go to both of them, and X90 actually got 20% of the votes. So well done to those. As look who's gaining on Absolute 11. It is X90, but Gregster's all over the back of him as well, so we could see a little bit of a late battle going on between these drivers as X90's trying to gain down a 1.4 second gap on the final lap. Will he be able to get a... oh, it's the Red Bull's lost it and he's gone into the wall!
Oh, that was Gregster.
And it was Gregster. He's lost it up in turn 3.
Oh.
And he's lost it all the way. And he's gone sliding round into the wall. And what a end to this race here. And wow, what a race we've had here. And the first of the 2 races we've got. And the second race is going to be very, very interesting, whether it's in the dry or the wet. And what a wet race this has been.
Yeah, but there wasn't a safety car in this race. That's I expected a safety car.
But yeah, brilliant from...
Oh, Jutsi almost lost it!
Jutsi almost lost it! And someone saying, well done to Dan Schneider. But yeah, brilliantly done to Dan Schneider. I already showed you guys the position changes in terms of where the drivers have done. But... Dan Schneider actually did lose one position, but well done to Jutsi, who wins the first race here in Spain. Dan Schneider will take second. Absolute 11 will take third. X90 will take fourth after his drive. But Quasboy will take fifth. A brilliant drive from him. Gregster, an unfortunate spin at the end, will take sixth position. Vinja will take seventh. Ace de Sabo will come round and take eighth place here, and Matt Prince is going to come round and take ninth, as he was up there, and I think he span out, had a bit of damage, so he finished in ninth. Lap. He did set the fastest lap, so he will get a point for that. Edna will take 10th. Jetsy will come round and take 11th, so poor race from him here. The rain, as I said here, David, at the start of the race, the rain will be helping and also hindering drivers, as Jetsy will come around in 11th. Bagu Breath will take 12th. Hazard is going to come around and take 15th. Kind Chief will take 16th, and Esky Boy and Doku will take 13th and 14th. But a great race from everyone, so well done to all of them, putting up with these wet weather conditions and putting on a brilliant battle and a brilliant show under the wet weather conditions.
Yeah, and especially Jutsikev, he from the start until the finish, he was leading. There was no doubt that he will win the race. And Dan Schneider with a great race. And X90G, of course, a bit of bad luck when he had that contact with the Quasboy.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe X90G will finish on the podium. We'll never know.
Well, we will never know whether he could or not, but we may find out whether he can in the next race, because back in Spain once again. And remember, we have a one-shot qualifying, and then it will be the full race here. So yeah, I have to wait and see what happens. Ooh.
Yeah, it was the last time at the Australian Grand Prix that the one-shot qualifying really mixed up the field. So yeah, we are waiting for everyone to ready to advance. And last time the second race was more exciting than the first one. So, but this one was a good race. After the one shot, we have a 25% race again, and I think most of the drivers would hope for a dry race. So yeah, we are kind of waiting for the Gavra to edit the settings. Congratulations to everyone. Everyone was driving a good race. By the looks of it, I don't think we have so many penalties as last time. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, if you want to donate to help Gavra to develop Gavra racing, that'll be nice of you. But we're going to the one-shot qualifying now. Welcome back, Floyd. I'm not good at names, so.
Hello, sorry,
yeah.
I'm back. So it's the one-shot qualifying this one, remember everyone? And you've probably already explained all of that, but
yeah, I did.
Well done. You're learning. You're learning.
Yeah, the newbie is learning from the young guys learning from the old one.
My recent trainee is learning. But yeah, getting ready for the next race, the second race. Will it be a wet qualifying? Will it be a dry? Will it be a wet race? Will it be a dry? We do not know here, as most people usually don't know, because it's called the weather.
Dry race, dry qualifying.
Dry qualifying, but it potentially might not be a dry race, or it will change, or it might either change, or it might stay the same. But we will have to find out. And yeah, I'm gonna just not try and commentate this one-shot quali, because it is the most difficult thing to do, because you cannot commentate on everybody doing the same lap at once. So
no, that's impossible.
I'm only human after all, as they say. But yes, I'm just gonna let the thing roll, and then when all the time comes in, I'll come back in and shout a few words, and then yeah. Unless you want to take over the one-shot quality for us, David.
Yeah, oh, and the Ferrari of Ace, the Saber lost it. And Kleinchef has retired. Right now it's Dan Schneider. And XLTG now has taken the lead. And there's Schneider now. You cannot script it. You cannot write this. XLTG. Bakwas boy, sorry, is also out. XLTG getting a bad turn 9. No, Jetsy has taken the lead. And XLTG is out.
There's been a big crash.
Yeah, I saw it on the stream.
I'm not sure what happened there to X-Natty, but Jetsy qualifies pole. A 118.7 from Jetsy, and how unfortunate is that from X-Natty?
Yeah, he was up there to maybe take the pole, but
a few drivers as well, like Bakwas and Gregster down at the bottom as well.
Yeah, but
who were either crashed out or were disqualified because they got an invalidated lap. But there is your final grid, and as I said, yes, remember that quali is always very fast. But yeah, as we can see, that is your final grid. So X-Zaddy now is going to have to pull up a few positions, and remember there will be a pit stop in this race. So we're going to have a bit of strategy come into this one. Hopefully, if it does not rain, please.
Yeah.
Codemaster gods, we require no rain for this race to give us a bit of a mix-up.
One rain.
It is
race.
clear.
Yes.
We have a clear race this time. 2 different races, which is, you know, always good, or good content, as they say. But yeah, but, everyone who's watching, make sure you get your votes of the drivers of this race in. I believe it'll be a few laps before the end when
Yeah,
that comes in.
Jetse with the pole. He finished what, P9 or 8 in the last race? I can't remember. And he won the first race last time.
I
So
believe he may have finished outside the top 10. Did he not?
did he? Can't remember. But yeah, Jetse. Maybe.
People saying the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining. But yes, the sun is now shining here in Spain as it usually does. Every time I've been over to Spain, I've never experienced that much rain. Usually, it's only really a light drizzle, or it's a downpour for about 10-15 minutes, and then it'll disappear. But that interesting to see, Codemasters, that you've decided to, you know, break the you know, the actual natural world, and you know.
Yeah, I've tried to drive a full wet race in Abu Dhabi, at the Aston Marina.
Okay, well that's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's like driving. It's like driving a full wet race in Bahrain.
Yeah, exactly.
There was what was it? There was a radio thing from one of the F1 races. I think it was 2018, I believe. And it was Stoffel Van Dorn, and they were saying that apparently there was a 30 to 40% chance of rain, I believe it was, in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I remember that race. That was where Hulkenberg got that spin.
Yeah,
right?
well, Hulkenberg did that flip, didn't he?
Yeah, flip. Yeah.
Said, "I'm hanging here like a cow."
Yeah. Legendary quote.
There's quite a few legendary F1 quotes. In. No, stay out, no, stay out. Oh, the steering wheel. Steering wheel, somebody get me the steering wheel. Move. Steering wheel, somebody give it to me. Is the drink? Is the switch on? No, Kimmy, no, you will not have the drink. No. Is the bottle filled? Is the switch on? No, Kimmy, no.
No, Kimmy.
No, you will not have the drink.
I love that conversation.
As the lights are counting down once again here in Spain. And why have I only got four lights and they've got 5? It's messed up again. Well done, Codemasters. You're good. You're amazing, Codemasters. You're amazing. And it's lights out and away we go. And now they're off. It's not a bad start. I really struggle with commentating these things. It's absolutely 11's going to go down the inside. Judson going down the inside, and the McLaren and the Williams touch this contact, and the Williams lost out, and he's down into second place, and there's contact at the back here as the 2 Red Bulls were going side by side. Now the Renault's going to go around the outside of the Alfa Romeo, and the Red Bull's gone very, very wide there. That's an Alex. I need to go down the inside as the Alfa Romeo came down. There's been damage. There's big damage. It's a Ferrari round. There's a Ferrari round. I believe it's Ace de Sabo, and someone lost it in the racing point. Is Albagu losing it in the racing point as we've got a VSC, so everything's going to slow down again, and already you can see that dry conditions bring out a more aggressive racing in the drivers, and yeah, that's obviously clear to see.
Yeah, and X90G started the P14, now already up to P10, and Bakwassboy also started P15, 16.
Some damage has come flying off someone's car. An end plate just went pinging across the track.
I think Hasa hit the back of X90G's car. But yeah, close fight between Yetse and Absolute Lemon in the first first 2 corners. And Floyd is also saying legendary F1 quotes. The car is broken. It's broken. I cannot say any more than that. So, anti-stall.
Sorry, there's a Mercedes round of Jutsi.
Oh, the winner of the first race?
Yeah, Jutsi's round. And he's almost lost it again there. How unfortunate for Jutsi there. I didn't get to see what happened, but Jutsi round there, and how unfortunate for him. But as you can see, a few drivers have gone into the mediums who had that damage, so I have to see what happens. I'm going to have to wait for a few drivers to come around and cross the line here, because so we can get some interval times
pushed
in.
off by Esky Boy.
Anthony G pushed off by Esky Boy.
Yeah,
I didn't quite see that. Any damage to the racing point? No, I think it was down there at I think that's turn 9, I believe, or 7 or 8 it could have been, yes. But X90's on a bit of a redemption drive in. He's really going to want to get round the Renault. At some point, as the Renault came aggressively back onto the track, the Renault of Escoboy needs to be careful here. As Matt Prince getting around Dan Schneider at the moment.
An absolute 11 is right behind Jetsi.
Yeah, he is absolute 11. Oh, Jetsi had a bit of a mistake. Jetsi had a bit of a mistake, and now that's going to force absolute 11 to get right behind him here. Will absolute 11 look for a move? I did a move down the inside of here, and GT Sport, will he go for it here? No, he doesn't. He decides to back out as Gregster down the inside of Vincher, and now Quasboy also down the inside of Vincher. Vincher forced onto the gravel, and jump back on the track as Quasboy down the inside of Gregster. But Quasboy 2 back to back overtakes there, and it's got ahead of the Red Bull driver now.
Yeah, but Quasboy started P15 on only 3 laps. He's up to P5.
What a race by Quasboy, up to P5 at the moment, as he's going to be now trying to maybe gain a gap to Dan Schneider in front, and Quasboy showing a lot of pace here, and another comeback drive from him. We saw it out in the preseason in Italy. Oh god, that burp was awful. As Greg's still right behind him. X90 trying to close that gap down to Vincher, and then he's going to close that gap down from Vincher to Gregster and Quasboy if he wants to try and get a comeback here. X90's going to have to try and do some serious overcutting or undercutting in terms of strategy.
Absolute 11 tries to go around the outside of Jetsi. Jetsi got really deep into the corner.
Oh, absolute 11, they made contact. There's contact between the two cars. Does he go down the inside when he get the pass done? Is he going to go down the inside of the McLaren? Will he get the pass done? Oh, it's close. Oh, and the McLaren comes out on top, and that might allow Matt Prince to go for it. Matt Prince hits the back of him.
That was close.
What racing we've got here already. Once again, the Weekend League bringing us some absolutely amazing racing this weekend down in Spain, and these drivers really try to find places to overtake. And as I said, I did say it would be really difficult to overtake on this track, and these drivers are proving it here that it is difficult to overtake. As X90 getting around Vincher here down into turn 10, so that's X90 getting around the Williams driver. The Williams driver here makes a little bit of contact behind, but X90 now on the chase ahead. 3.8 second, 3.7 second gap now he's going to try and make. Dan Schneider all over the back of Matt Prince at the moment, and he's going to get a good exit here, Dan Schneider, if he's going to want to get a good run here down the straight. He's going to have DRS. This is why this DRS straight is one of the longest on the circuit, because of the amount of dirty air that comes off of that final corner. They need all the DRS they can get to get a form of overtake done. Will he get the pass? Ooh, it's going to be close, and he does. He gets the pass done on the Toro Rosso driver, so Dan Schneider up into third position as Vincher comes in here for a wing change and is going to serve a penalty.
Yeah, Dan Schneider got a very good exit of the last corner and had the DRS and slipstream to overtake Matt Prince. But I'm really surprised with Quasboy started P15. If he could hold on to this P5 and maybe even get higher. And the Red Bull of Gregster, I think he was he out of the gravel there? I think he was. But he also X90 G is currently, he's entered over half a second on Gregster.
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting on whether the likes of where Albagu Breath's going to come out here, because Albagu Breath's 9.6 seconds behind everyone else here. Oh, Absolute 11 comes in, so he's the first of the front runners to come in here.
Maybe trying a big undercut.
Maybe, but I was going to say here that Absolute Albagu Breath could potentially come out ahead of these drivers because he isn't far off of where the rest of these drivers are. Let's see where he is in comparison to the Williams driver. I know the Williams will get ahead of him, so maybe those towards the bottom half here, David, of this top 10 ahead of Albagu Breath might come out behind him. So this might not be the racing point out of the race yet. Even though he does have front right damage, he might not be necessarily out of this race yet.
No, not at all. But maybe Absolute 11 could he's trying to make a big undercut, I think. On Yeti for the lead.
Hazard's gone out, I believe, but I believe he had a connection problems potentially, or maybe he just retired the car. I'm not too sure, but he is out of the race. Jetsi at the moment leading. A brilliant performance from him this race compared to what it was last week, but Boy, what a race he's had. 11 positions moved up here. Ooh. And potential for driver of the day as he comes in behind Matt Prince. And as I believe also Jetsi comes in, our race leader, and that is now going to allow Dan
Jetsi,
Schneider to take the lead.
Time penalty, 5-second time penalty for Jetsi for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that could be big for Jetsi there in terms of getting that first place back after all the pit stops. Let's have a look here and where comparison of where Absolute 11 will be. Absolute 11 might have got, so he's gone ahead of Xlan, he's gone ahead of Boy, gone ahead of oh, he's come out behind Jetsi, but ahead of Matt Prince. So Absolute 11 could maybe get the cut done on both Dan Schneider and Gregster.
Yeah, but I think Jetsi got the 5-second time penalty in the pit lane, so he needs to get the gap of 5 seconds or more to Absolute 11. Definitely,
otherwise Absolute 11 could be in contention here of winning this race, and everybody onto fresh mediums now, apart from the drivers who, and I did say Albagu Breath wasn't going to be out of it yet, and Ex-Natty's now stuck behind him, but Albagu Breath has got wing damage and he's done 6 laps on those mediums, so he's not going to be fast at the moment, but he's gained quite a big gap to a couple of the other drivers as Ex-Natty's now trying to look for movies. He's got DRS. Will he get the move done?
Ooh,
it's his teammate almost cut him out on that overtake, but Ex-Natty, a big dive from him, as he said. And we've seen a lot of those from him this race. Oh, he's going to go for an inside line through here. Maybe, is he? If he gets that pass done, that'll be well done. What a pass from Ex-Natty. Jeez, he gets round just before the chicane. And Dan Schneider and Gregster in. That's allowed Jetsi to take the lead. Absolute 11 got the jump. Absolute 11 got the jump. And all these other drivers are going to get the jump as well. No, they won't. Will they get the jump? No, they won't. So Dan Schneider, oh, it is Gregster, Matt Prince and Boy, and Gregster all came out in similar positions, and Gregster came out behind Matt Prince and Boy.
Yeah, that's the bad thing with the pit lane in Barcelona. The pit lane is coming out on the where cars are coming.
Yeah, they come out.
And the Boy hit the gravel. On the exit.
Hit the gravel. That might have been bad for Boy there.
And that Boy is right behind Matt Prince. He got a little bit of wide of turn 9 there, but he has the DRS, but he's not close enough. Going into this very tricky section, he needs to be under that second to get DRS on the straight.
And I actually raced on this track on Thursday, David, in the GT Sport League. If you were watching that race, I don't know if you gave it a watch.
Oh, no, I didn't. My dad.
That's
his birthday. So,
yeah. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, actually, a race in that race had a brilliant race, moved up 4 positions. But this track, very, very different on this game. On F1 is it? But Boy had a big chunk of oversteer. But as I was saying, this track is completely different to what it is on GT Sport, as the lines and where the gravel traps are, and how close the gravel traps are to different curbs, is completely different on this game as it is to GT Sport. So it's interesting to see how these drivers are dealing with it here in these F1 cars. Obviously, a lot faster, a lot quicker around this track, but yeah, it's an interesting race to saw as X-Daddy picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that's his race gone now, I think.
He's gonna have to gain up a big gap.
Big Crash Boy almost hit the back of Prince's car.
Actually, Jetsy's pulled up a 3-second gap to absolute 11, so he's got to put up another 2-second gap, and he's got the win here.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Schneider almost losing on the exit there, the chicane.
Yeah, absolute 11. Maybe he seems to have no pace on the new medium at Jetsy is currently very
but
fast.
Boy looked for a move, and he's got the move done on Matt Prince. And Bequaz Boy round back up into 4th position for the Alfa Romeo driver, and what a brilliant.
I think on the maybe he lost on the curb.
Yeah, I believe it's towards the final sector, but Bequaz Boy, what a race from him! 11 positions moved up, so potential driver of the day there for Bequaz Boy. Yeah, but we'll have to see what happens when the votes come in a bit later on. But have to see what's gonna happen, as Bequaz Boy is gonna now be trying to gain a gap down to Dan Schneider if he wants a chance of even getting a podium. Maybe that would be driver of the day for me personally. If he was gonna try and go for it, he would be showing some brilliant pace if he was to do that, and a Red Bull getting right behind the Toro Rosso there.
Yeah, Gregster also with a great race.
Oh, 3-second time penalty to Gregster.
Oh, for what?
I believe it was multiple warnings for corner cutting.
Oh, yeah.
But
I was about to say that he was having a good race so far, but yeah, maybe not with that penalty.
Look at the pace this man is showing in this race. Just done the fastest lap here. And he is now 1.6 seconds behind as Jutsy's gone for a move, and X-Daddy and Gregster for a move on Matt Prince into turn 1. And that is one of the main overtaking positions on this track. And we've just seen 2 back-to-back overtakes already.
Yeah, but Cross Boy, I've gained, I think, though he's actually lost a little bit of time there to Dan Schneider.
So we've got 2
Maybe
battles.
He's currently on lower ERS mode.
Potentially, yeah.
To drive faster on the closing stage of the race.
Potentially, could be running different ERS modes, as well as Matt Prince all over the back of the Red Bull here. Will he go for a move? No, he doesn't. Will X-Daddy go for a move? No, he doesn't. So both drivers not going for moves there, and Bequaz Boy's backed off a little bit in terms of his pace there. Gap up down to 1.9 seconds.
Yeah, it was 1.6 at the. He was at the point. At one point he was 1.6 behind, but now he's 2 seconds behind. Maybe Dan Schneider have a penalty. I don't know.
Maybe Dan Schneider might have form of penalty. Maybe Bequaz Boy isn't pushing as much here, as those drivers getting really close to each other here, as Matt Prince all over the back of Gregster here, and as X-Daddy running very, very wide there, losing quite a bit of time to Jutsy in front here. And Jutsy actually
Jutsy with another penalty.
Jutsy with another penalty, so that's really going to affect him. But Jutsy actually, interestingly, he actually spun out, if you remember, on the opening stages of this race, and has moved himself back up into 7th. It is now in the mix of this what has now become a 4-way battle for 5th.
Yeah, he spun out. Where was it? Was it turn 3 or turn 2 or something like that? And what a comeback drive! Him, Bequaz Boy, and X90G with all 3 doing a great job.
Definitely they are doing a fantastic job here. Some brilliant, clean racing from all the drivers. That's what we love to see here in Gavra Racing. And Gregster put himself a little bit of a gap here as Judsey is going to go for a move on the Toro Rosso. He's going to go down the inside. Will he get the pass done? Oh, yeah, don't talk to me about Azerbaijan. It's Judsey getting around Matt Prince there, up into 6th position, and Xnadi all over the back of the racing point. Is he going to go for a dive into the same corner he did before? And he does. Oh, there's contact. Contact is... I don't know what happened there. I don't know who was turning into who, but there was contact between the two drivers, and Ace the Sabo's out. Did he retire? Is there a safety car? Oh, we have a VSC. VSC. So everything's going to calm down a little bit now. Because we've got a VSC
I didn't know
happening.
I didn't know what who fault it was that the contact. It could have been a racing incident between Matt Prince and X90G on the exit of turn.
I'm not
turn
sure.
5.
Yeah, but it seemed like a bit of a racing incident there. But as he said here, Xnadi trying to find a way around Matt Prince, and this virtual safety car might have calmed down that battle up a little bit between these drivers.
And then Schneider has closed in on the absolute 11.
Yeah, Dan Schneider has, after this virtual safety car, made a bit of a gap in. As remember that in the virtual safety car, you have to keep a delta. So if you keep your delta time in the green, you'll be ready. And Xnadi and Matt Prince are having a battle, and Xnadi trying to get the jump after the VSC. DRS now back enabled straight away. So we're going to see some battles here as Ed Mir getting around Vinture here at the back, and we might have a little bit of a battle on our hands at the back here between the Williams and the Alfa Romeo.
Quest Boy with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, I think.
But yes, now the drivers of the day are in. The drivers of the day are in. So if everybody wants to get voting for your driver of the day, I will also give you, if you have a look here, these are the position changes as well. So if everyone wants to, these are the position changes in the race. As you can see, brilliantly well done from Baquazboy. For me, he would be my driver of the day. 11 places moved up. Brilliantly well done from him, and what a race he has had here.
Yeah, totally agree. He started P15, and don't think he could go to the... I don't think he will end on the podium now that he has a 3-second time penalty, but still a very, very good race from him.
Definitely a brilliant race from Baquazboy, is looking like he's winning the pole at the moment, but there's contact between the racing point and the Toro Rosso, and next time he manages to get round Matt Prince, but Matt Prince is going to go back down the inside. Will he get the pass done? Late on the brakes.
What a move.
Brilliant move there by Xnadi, if he can keep the inside line into this corner. Ooh, is he going to go down the inside? And he gets the pass done. Gets the pass done on Matt Prince and moves himself up into 7th. And he defends to the inside line. And Matt Prince loses it. Matt Prince has lost it into the wall. Bad wing damage there for Matt Prince. How unlucky is that, losing it on the exit of turns? I believe they are at 7 and 8. Those corners are. And he just lost it on the exit there. Having a battle with Xnadi trying to get around him. And it's going to move him down into 7th there. But he should have a comfortable 7th place. And Judsey here has quite a lot of time penalties, but Gregster, I remember, I believe, did he get some time penalties as well?
Who?
I'm not sure. Did Gregster have any time penalties?
I don't think so. I don't know. But I know Baquazboy and Judsey have a lot of penalties.
So I have to see whether what will happen at the end here as Matt Prince comes in. I don't know why he's coming for damage. He really should have stayed out, because that gap is going to be closing down a lot now. So the driver behind, he's going to lose the position to the driver behind. I know he comes for a fresh set of softs, surprisingly, and serves his penalty. Oh, Matt
And
Prince has retired. He's retired the car.
And Dan Schneider is really closed up to absolute 11.
Ooh, Jetsy. Jetsy got a 3-second time penalty. How many time penalties is that for Jetsy? He didn't he speed in the pit lane?
Yeah, I think he had speed in the pit lane and multiple warnings or something like that.
This could be close. Could go to absolute 11 here, the win. We're not too sure. So we're now on to the final lap of this race. And Bequaz Boy did win driver of this race. So well done to him. An outstanding performance and a definitely deserving driver of the race. And yeah, well done to him. Yeah, I'm going to take off the position changes now as everyone has seen those. You can see here that everyone's mainly made a one stop. The drivers who are left have made one stops in this race. And ooh, Dan Schneider getting very, very close now, within a second behind absolute 11 here.
At that speed, he's gonna make a move on the final lap.
We are on the final lap.
Oh, are we?
Yes, we are. We are.
Oh, I didn't see that.
This is the final lap here, David.
I didn't see that.
I don't know. You might not be able to get closer. It depends on what happens with penalties. We're going to have to see at the end as Greg's still looking all over the back of Jutsi. But this could be good for Xnati in terms of penalties. Trying to at least pull a few points back for his championship lead that he has. But I'm not sure what the championship is going to look like after this. As Jetsi will come round and he will take first in the second race here.
Yeah, but
but we'll have to see what happens in terms of time penalties. An absolute 11 wins on penalties. Dan Schneider gets second on penalties. Jetsi gets third. Jutsi gets fourth. But Quazboy gets fifth. Gregster in sixth. Xnati will come across the line in seventh. Edmir is going to take eighth. And the absolute 11 winning it on penalties.
Yeah, Jetsi have, I think both had their speeding in the pit lane and multiple warnings. And then Schneider finishing P2. It was close to absolute 11. If the race has been a little bit longer maybe, then he will make a move. But congratulations to absolute 11 for winning the second race. And round 4 in the Gavra Racing Weekend League. But not a great round for X90G.
Yeah, X90G not having the most brilliant of performances, struggling a little bit with traffic and also having a few contacts with a few of the other cars which slowed him down quite a bit. But well done to Absolute 11 for winning the second race. And well done to... Oh my god, my memory's so bad. I forgot who won the first race.
That was...
Jutsi. Was it Jetsi and Jutsi? Jetsi and Jutsi. Jetsi and Jutsi. So, no, sorry, Absolute 11, sorry. Absolute 11 and Jutsi. So well done to both of you. God, my memory's awful. It's shocking of me. But... well done to both of those drivers. And some person in the chat keeps on putting in loads of F1 quotes. It's quite... I just see 11 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, and a lot of penalties. In the first race, we had not so many penalties as we have in the...
But brilliantly well done. I can actually say to these three drivers, 15th, 14th and 13th they started in and they finished in 5th, 6th and 7th. So well done to you guys there. Well done to Absolute 11 for winning the race. Well done to Dan Schneider for getting second. Well done to Jutsi. No, sorry, Jutsi. You're getting them mixed up now. Jutsi. Who? Where is he? There's Jutsi. Jutsi for winning the first race in the rain. And well done to everyone. But thank you, David, for joining me once again for
yeah, of course.
An absolutely brilliant weekend.
Yeah, 2 exciting races. Let's hope for some more great action in next week.
definitely. But make sure you tune in 2 days from now, where we will be in the Golden Crown. You'll joined by me and Shaggy, where we'll be commentating over the Golden Crown race. Where we will be in Silverstone, a home circuit for me. And make sure you join us all there. Make sure you go and subscribe to Gavra Racing. Remember, we just hit 900 subs, so thank you to everyone. Thank you to Gavra and his team for making this all possible. And yeah, make sure you go and pop a subscribe to the Twitch channel if you have Twitch Prime. Remember, I believe you can get 1 month free of Twitch Prime, so if you can do that, go and pop a subscribe. So thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you to David once again. I'll say that again, and we will see everyone next week, which I can't even remember what race we're in, but we will see everyone next week. So
that's Germany, I think.
Germany, thank you. You know more than me. You're already in my good books. But well done to everyone.